I love it, love it, love it. Fantastic. Let me just pull up my screen real quick so I can take a look at my stuff. All right. Okay. How is everybody today?
Well, good, good.
Excellent. Well,
Wonderful.
I'm really glad to be here. I'm really excited about this. And last week we were talking, and we were really talking into like THCV, the whole diet weed thing, and talking about that and the exploration there. And I had a friend of mine, somebody that's personal, pretty close to me, that's been having some struggles that asked me to kind of look into some stuff for him. So I did, and he's been suffering from chronic kidney disease. And chronic kidney disease, you guys, I don't know if you're real familiar with this, but it's something horrible. It really affects your body so bad. And it all comes down to when you really simplify things down. Before I get started, let me throw this out real quick. First off, I'm not a doctor, guys. I never went to medical school. I make no medical claims whatsoever. All I do is I am a research geek who loves medicine and I love herbal medicine. So I do a lot of deep dive research into stuff. And all I'm doing is passing on the information that I have read and I have collected through periodic review and research. It is collegiate backed and it, like I said, peer reviewed. So this is the information that I'm passing along. So I just want to get that out of the way real quick. So anyway, chronic kidney disease. So one of the big things about chronic kidney disease is the inflammation. Anybody who's listening here, if you have like problems with high blood pressure, if you have urinary issues, stuff like that, this is a lot of this is all coming from your kidneys. And our society and the type of people that we are, our populace, we love two things. We love fatty liver disease and we love chronic kidney disease. Our bodies are just prone to those really big. And one of the big things about both of those is one key thing: inflammation. Inflammation is like one of the key indicators there. So I started doing a little digging into it and I wanted to see what products we have, what's something that I might be able to pass along to help out to this person. And you got to be very careful when it comes to kidneys and liver, because of fact that's where a lot of your medicine gets broke down. A lot of stuff that we take in, when our body breaks it down, it picks two spots, basically, in a really generic way to look at it, two spots to break down, either your liver or your kidneys. And those are two problematic areas. And our major problematic area is inflammation with that. So I did a little research in that, and the impact of CBDA, and that's an A as an alpha, on chronic kidney disease is still under investigation, not fully understood yet. They've done a lot of animal studies, very few human studies, but one thing about just CBD on its own, not A, but CBD on its own, do you guys know that that was the very first FDA approved supplement? FDA actually backed the supplement of CBD, that cannabinoid. Well, so digging into it, they kind of thought, well, what about CBDA and kidney disease? Well, anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, CBDA, like CBD, possess anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which may be beneficial for chronic kidney disease as inflammation and antioxidant stressors continue to the progression of kidney disease. So you got to get that inflammation under control and you got to get those antioxidants under control. So we're starting to link that to CBDA. One of the things we also found with chronic kidney disease is also pain management. Chronic kidney disease is often associated with CBDA, may often reduce pain, and it helps with potential analgesic effects, which basically it just helps with that pain relief. And it's kind of cool when we get into this a little bit here in a second. One of the other things that it also does is it helps work on the gut with the CBDA and chronic kidney disease. It helps with nausea and vomiting are common symptoms with chronic kidney disease, and CBDA helps alleviate all these symptoms. So, what's the big issue or risk with it? Well, there's limited research, to be honest with you guys. Think about how long we've been into this, how long we've been really diving into this plant based, and the well over 100 different separate substrains properties that we have found from this one plant, and what it does is just amazing. And the research is still ongoing, but it is limited research on human trials. So you got to be very careful. And like I said, one of the big things you got to be very careful with this is the fact that medication does break down in the kidneys. So anybody that possibly is suffering from chronic kidney disease and stuff like that, I would suggest having a conversation with your doctor and, talk to them about the endocannabinoid system and CBDA, and if it could be beneficial to you for that. But so that made me really kind of dig into CBDA and really kind of look into what really is it that we're dealing with here. And it's kind of amazing, guys, the research that I found that's out there. So the biggest thing of all is CBDA. You guys, most of you who are on here have probably heard me talk about THCA, and how the A is nothing more than, like, if you take a look at my fist here, it kind of looks like a nug or a leaf, and it's got this force field around it. That's that THCA. And you have to heat it up or decarb it, ignite it, light it, whatever, to convert it to THC. But what if we just left THCA alone? What does it do? That's where this research kind of dug into. And this is some really, really cool beneficial stuff that they're finding out. So let's talk about what is CBDA. Well, CBDA is the precursor to the three most common found cannabinoids. And the three most common found cannabinoids is THCA, which we get our psychedelic effects from THC, not THCA, and also from CBCA and also CBDA. So these three are the main cannabinoids that we get, but the precursor to them all is CBDA. So CBDA, what exactly is it? So CBDA, think of it like THCA. CBD has a force field around it. That force field you have to heat, ignite, you have to heat it up to convert it to CBD. So if you left CBDA alone, like THCA, if you left it alone, will it have any type of beneficial properties? So what have we found out here? Well, this is what we have found. It is anti-seizures. It has shown that it is got some of the best beneficial things with seizures. And it works, actually, they have found better than CBD on its own. So their studies concluded that lower doses of CBDA were required to effectively lowering the risks of all negative CBDA side effects. So it is proven that CBDA versus CBD, the studies have found that there's better bioavailability in the faster acting than CBD. So by leaving CBDA alone, not heating it, not transforming it, anything like that, leaving it alone, it will do a lot on its own with just seizures. So you don't get the psychoactive effect. So that means that it completely blocks the cannabinoid receptor 1, CB1, completely blocks it. What does THCV do? We talked about that last week. Completely blocks CBD or CB receptor 1, cannabinoid receptor 1. So it does the same thing for the seizure aspect of it. Okay. So that means that we've also got some appetite suppressant with it. Anti-inflammatory. CBDA has anti-inflammatory characteristics that may be able to relieve inflammation due to characteristics. And this is where it's selective to what they call their COX-2 inhibitor. And basically you have COX-1 and you have COX-2. And COX-1 is basically handling the lining of, maintaining the lining of your stomach and your intestines. COX-2, that one there is what causes inflammation. So by activating that, it causes an increase in inflammation. So what this does is it actually helps reduce it by blocking it. And they're showing that you can use CBDA, has a better response and has more bioavailability than CBD itself. So by not decarboxylating it, not heating it, just having it on its own is more beneficial for anti-inflammatory. Anti-nausea. Well, if it works on the gut and it works on the intestines, it's also got to maybe have some histamine blocking effects or something like that, usually what causes nausea. Well, one of the things that they have found out in the Guelph University research in Ontario is they took a look at CBD versus CBDA on different types of vomiting and nausea. And researchers found that CBDA was a potent medicine against nausea and vomiting caused by toxins and motion-induced vomiting and nausea. So I don't know about you guys, but for somebody like me, I do a lot of traveling. I travel all over the place, and people that I travel with get sick, motion sickness, air sickness, but it's in motion. Did you guys just hear about that? That it is caused by toxin and motion-induced vomiting and nausea. So CBDA will work for motion sickness. Okay, great. I've got a trip coming up to Alaska, flying into Seattle and then taking on a ship out of Seattle up into Alaska. And a couple of people that are going with me get very motion sick. So I've pre-ordered off of my back office a RCBDA, which for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with our CBDA product, it is from KW, okay? And it is a CBDA oil tincture, and it's listed for immunity. It's a 3,000 milligram formula. It's made with MCT oil, which if you guys don't know what MCT oil is, it's refracted. It makes it to where it stays liquid. It won't go solid. Like I do a lot when I make gummies or edibles and stuff. I do a lot with MCT oil, but I use coconut oil. Or one of the things I've also found out is there's other oils out there that have terpenes that are really good for anti-immunity, or not anti-immunity, anti-inflammation. So to lower inflammation. So I'm going to start looking into using those oils with it in combination of it. So the nice part about our product that we have here, it's a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. So it has CBDA. All right, so that's awesome. That's going to take care of everything that we need. It's got CBD, so we're going to get that potential kick with the CBD, but it also has CBG in it. And CBG does what? It also adds to energy. So it'll increase our energy. So we're increasing our energy, we're increasing our potential gut health, we're increasing our immunity. Doesn't sound like these are all too bad. Okay, that's in our back office. All right, $30. Good to go. I love it. So what else can this do? What else can this do? Well, one of the things that they did find out also was a focus on downregulating COX-2 enzymes that are found in CBDA. This here helps to suppress the spread of specific type of cancer cells that are linked with it. So anybody that's having that is involved in any type of cancer treatment, chemo treatment, stuff like that, if they talk to their oncologist and they find out about it, and they talk specifically about COX-2 enzymes to your doctor about this, talk to them about adding CBDA in along with this and see what they do with this and see if it helps, because it is showing that, now once again, not a lot of human trials. This is all animal-based trials right now. But they're showing great success with non-increasing size of tumors, even after it has metastasized to other organs. So that's very promising. So one of the things, though, about CBDA is it got everybody in the scientific community really kind of excited. I started reading and stuff like that. One thing I feel, and this is once again my personal research, my personal feeling only, is they're now starting to synthesize CBDA. They're making a synthetic CBDA. And what they're doing is synthetic CBDA may be on the horizon, but there's no guarantee that it is better functioning than its natural counterpart. That's one thing that they do throw out there. But the biggest thing that they're saying is that it actually, the synthetic version of CBDA works better and longer. I myself, I'm a naturalist. I kind of have a little bit of a hard time if you start messing with it and then you're kind of changing the chemical compound of it by adding more chemistry to it. I kind of have issues with that. But once again, that's my personal. And so I won't take any type of synthetic CBDA. Our back office, it is not synthetic. So we are set. Is CBDA legal? It's just like everything else. Yes, it is. And once again, guys, CBD is the FDA backed CBD, recognizes it and lists it as a supplement. So, we do have that going for us as well. So, with that, that's a little bit of a dive in today about chronic kidney disease is what started this, that got me into CBDA, and what are the benefits and what else can we use this for? So for myself, I'm looking at this as for the anti-nausea. I'm getting ready for a trip going, like I said, to Alaska. I'm going to make sure that I have the CBDA with me for the motion sickness. So I'll be able to let you guys know how that went with that, and I'll be able to give you testimony on that. I know for myself, I'm also going to be adding THC or CBDA in with my THCV along with it in my diet thing, and also to help increase my gut health. So that right there, just by doing this little bit of research, I'm starting to be able to build into my inventory of treatments for myself by doing the research. And that's what these calls are all about, guys. Like I said in the beginning, I am not a doctor. I make zero medical claims. I do nothing but read research and pass the information on. And I also take the products and I let you know how things are going. So, update on THCV. I am 8.5 pounds down. I am a total of now almost 14, 15 days into it. Yeah. I have changed nothing in my social habits, my diet, nothing, just strictly added the THCV to my thing. I'm now, this next week, I'm going to be adding THCA, and I'm going to be adding in caloric restrictions as well and increasing my protein. So hopefully this next week, on next Monday, I will be able to give you an update on that and be able to see where we're at. So anyway, that's all I really got for you guys today. Anybody got any questions or anything anybody would like to discuss?
Go ahead, try to unmute yourself.
First, I want to say thank you so much for talking about this kidney disease, the chronic kidney disease. You made my heart super, super happy, Keith, with the
Well,
information that you've given me.
Trina, you mentioned this last week, and I told you I was starting to dig into it. So I'm still digging deeper. So I'll have more information for you hopefully next week.
Oh, you just keep it coming, buddy. You keep it coming. This is something that's extremely personal for me.
Okay.
I do have two questions for you, though.
Yes, ma'am.
First, off subject of the chronic kidney disease and the CBGA and CBG is your THCV. If you mentioned it last week, my short-term memory loss is not allowing me to remember.
Okay.
Is this something special that you created yourself?
No, we actually do have it in our back office. We actually listed in a sports tincture is what we listed in. But one of the things that, like I was discussing last week, so they're calling it a variant, and it's also being listed as diet weed because it completely suppresses your wanting to eat. Your appetite is gone. I can tell you from personal experience, I don't have an appetite. It's wonderful. So, but we do sell it in our back office, and but it's listed under a sports tincture, I believe.
Okay, and one more question.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's loud. I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So, hold on. Give me a second. I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Go to someone else. I got to rethink.
Okay, no problem.
what was the tincture, the Kingdom Wellness tincture? What was the name of that we have in the back office? The MC3 that was made with the MC3 oil.
Oh,
Is it
that
just
with the
called
MCT
tincture?
oil? It's just CBDA. You'll see it
Okay,
listed on
that's
there.
the name of it. Is
Yeah,
CBDA.
yeah. Matter of fact, hold on 2 seconds, and I can actually pull it up because I'm in my back office. It's a KW CBDA oil tincture immunity, 3,000 milligrams. It's $30. It's made with MCT oil, hemp-derived cannabinoids, 3,000 milligrams, 1:1:1 ratio of CBDA, CBD, and CBDG. All right.
Can I ask you which one would you say is the best for gut/digestive health?
Oh man, best gut digestive health. Combination of CBD and CBDA. You're going to get the strongest because one of the, and also with actually also THCV as well, because those three properties right there work mainly on the immunity of your gut by building up the natural flora, which is the good bacteria in your gut. And so, like a lot of times when, like women, when they take antibiotics, they have to take a probiotic or yogurt or stuff like that because the antibiotic gets rid of all the good flora in their gut. That's a natural way of building up that flora. Better way to build up that flora is with CBDA, CBD, and THCV.
I appreciate that. Thank
No
you, because
problem, buddy.
I've been probably about to be given some meds by my doctor for some issues I have, and I'd much rather go this route before I even talk to her about it.
I definitely would. One thing I would also be careful of is with your oil, any type of oil tinctures, make sure you're definitely using an MCT oil because of the purity. It's going to be the cleanest. And so you don't want to use any solid oils, and you want to stay away from any type of like additive oil. So like coconut oil and peanut oil or coconut oil or two different types of oils. You want to stick with one specific oil. And grapeseed oil was the oil I was talking about that helps with gut immunity as well. No problem, bud.
By the way,
Anybody?
I didn't get a chance to say this last time. It was really awesome meeting you in Cleveland.
Oh, it was awesome meeting you as well, buddy. Thank you. Anybody else got any questions? Anybody want to discuss anything?
Nobody got anything?
No?
Hi, Keith.
Yes, ma'am.
Petra. Can I ask you a question as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Um, I have a question in regards, do you know anything about ulcers?
Yes. What would you like to know about ulcers?
Is there anything I could do to help
Gut immunity,
the
yes.
blood flow? Yeah, that's
Yep.
blood flow. It's it's my
Absolutely.
in the veins, in my
Yep.
veins.
So you're having vascular issues in your gut,
Yes,
is what you're having.
correct.
One of the things I would highly suggest is just like I was talking to him and let him know is I would look up CBD, CBDA, and THCV. Those three right there are really, really good for gut immunity and gut
Okay.
health. It, like I said, it helps build up the flora, but one of the things it also does is it helps increase blood flow as well through relaxation of the venules. And so it's shown and proven now. Once again, 90% of these are animal studies, not human trials, but they're
Yeah.
showing in the animal studies that they're getting great results with it. I can tell you as a testimony for myself, I used to be on an anti-acid. I had to take one every single day because I was a heavy drinker for many years. And it got to a point where it wasn't working. So my doctor tried multiple different things. And then in my research, I found one of the things that has helped me the best is straight CBD. But then now that I have found CBDA and
Mhm.
THCV, I'm going to be adding both of those to my gut immunity as well.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Yep, I definitely would.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, Miss Trina.
I remember, I'm sorry. By
It's
any
okay.
chance, did you happen to look at any of the mushroom products while you were doing this to see if any of the mushroom products were of any use to the chronic kidney disease?
Why, yes, I did actually. Yes, I did actually. We're gonna be discussing that tomorrow a little bit as well. But one of our newest products from one of our amazing brand winners, Miss Tammy, Tomorrow's Air. If you take a look at what is in the ingredients in Tomorrow's Air and just research that, the ingredients, Google them. Right there, I think you'll have found your answer.
No kidding.
I'm not even joking a little bit. A lot of the products that we carry work specifically in areas and stuff like that. But guys, I'm telling you, you've got to stay in the research, or we'll keep these calls going and I'll keep going in the research, because we're finding out every single day more that it's doing and more that it's doing. Like I said, you guys, we didn't realize about the endocannabinoid system until 1988. We're not even 40 years into this. It was 1963 when we found Delta 9 and THC. So, we're not very old into finding this out. But one of the things you guys got to remember is proof is in the pudding and proof is in writing. And the oldest living, or not living, the oldest documented medical text ever to be found is called the Avis Papyrus. It was written back in the 1550 BC era, and it lists over 100 different ailments that cannabis was used to treat. We did it for thousands of years until 1914, the Harrison Act. I would highly suggest anybody looking up the Harrison Act and the family that funded it, and also look up the movie Reefer Madness and the family that funded it, and also look at who was the largest media producer. What family was the largest media producer of the late 1800s, early 1900s, and what was the main media? Print. What was the main source of print? Paper? Cannabis until then. Just research, just a little rabbit hole you guys could dive into and look into.
Wow, good information, Keith. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's, guys, the information is out there. I love doing the research and studying. I love talking with you guys every Monday. But I'm telling you, if you guys have any questions or you're having any issues finding anything, I've got a plethora of resources to get information from. Shoot me a message. I'll if you don't have my number, get with Miss BB or shoot me a message on here real quick, and I'll get you my number, my contact info, and I'll research anything you need me to research for you, and we'll openly discuss it. Okay, so just let me know.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job again, Keith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is recorded, guys.
Hey,
Oh, go ahead, G.
where can we find the recordings? Because I missed the one last week, and I think it's going to be one that I probably should have checked
Yep.
No
out.
worries. So I upload all of them on my YouTube because it's too big to send to people emails. So I think we Facebook friends, so I'll inbox you, okay? You're welcome. No worries. No worries. Anyone else? Everybody good?
Let me have
Keith,
a
great
question.
job again, Keith. Go ahead, O.
Yeah, Keith, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. What's up, bud?
All right, all is well, man. I wear a lot, I wear a lot of hats,
Yes.
and with a lot of different businesses. And one of the things that we do is I'm a certified personal trainer.
Yes, sir.
So I have people that talk to me and ask me questions, when I'm training about different ways to lose weight, because they can, and I tell them, it's not necessarily about what you eat. It's more about how much you eat. And I'm saying, and
Absolutely.
so when I'm going along working out, but sometimes people cheat. You know,
Sure.
it's a thing, right? But what can you tell someone to lose weight? Is there a CBD product, CBD, whether it's the G, the THCV, something like that to help
There is. So
lose weight?
the latest product that, or not product, the latest thing that's come out is THCV. They're calling it a variant, and that they're calling it diet weed. It's about to hit the GLP-1 market, the diet drug market, and there's a big buzz about it in the entrepreneur circles online right now about it. THCV does not get you high, has zero psychedelic effects whatsoever because it completely blocks cannabinoid receptor 1. By doing such, by blocking that, you block your appetite.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So it's a natural way to get your body. The endocannabinoid system in your body is the largest neurotransmitting system in your body. And its whole purpose is to get your body back to homeostasis, to get it to where everything is perfect. Chemistry is right. Muscles, everything is flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing. That's what the endocannabinoid system is. So by using extra products, by researching them, we're able to add like a little boost, a shot to the neurosystem to help us. THCV will help with weight loss and will help with gut immunity. It helps build natural flora in the gut.
All right. Respect, kind of God. Respect. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, my man.
Any other questions, anybody, before we get off of here? All right, Keith. Oh, G, you got some? All
Yeah,
right, go
Keith,
ahead.
are you on every day at 6?
I can be anywhere you need me to be at any day at any time. This is my life. This is my world right now, and so I've fortunately been blessed enough to position myself in life to where I can do this and this only. And
Because you
so,
said you're going to be on something tomorrow. I was just wondering if there's
yeah.
something I want to
Oh,
make
yes.
sure.
Tomorrow. Oh, yes. So anybody that's interested. So on Tuesday nights at 4:20 Eastern Standard Time, we'll actually send it up. So it's 1:20 our time on the West Coast or in Arizona here. But we get together and we talk as business owners. And we don't so much discuss anything other than we learn a Spanish word of the day that has to do with our business. We also talk to me about what am I cooking in the kitchen, because I'm always cooking with THC or CBD or those products. So I teach different types of cooking techniques. And then we talk about what's going on. Like right now is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're going to talk about some mental health awareness stuff and crap like that. We listen to music. Kat Cash. If you guys don't know who Kat Cash is, she drops music for us. She's one of the most amazing lyricists in the world. She's a dispensary owner. And she is amazing. If you guys don't know her music, please look it up. KATKA$H. Kat Cash is her name. Amazing music. Please, please, please support her. Like I said, she's a dispensary owner as well. But anyway, so she drops music and we just get a chance to hang out for a couple hours. There's nothing preset, just us hanging out and, hey, how you doing? What's new? What's working for you? And we just kind of hang out. So I'll throw up the invite right now in the chat.
Awesome sauce. Anyone else real quick?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Here we go. Copy. Let me put this up real quick. Chat.
Really quick, it's the Avis papayas.
Avis papayas.
All right, because there's a lot of people who need to know about that.
Yeah, Avis papayas. Yep. It's from the 1550 BC. It is the oldest documented text, medical text known to mankind. And I'll tell you what, guys. You guys are all on the Facebook group. I'll send the invite onto the Facebook group. For some reason, I can't attach it to this here, but I'll send the link on the Facebook group to everybody for tomorrow. So if anybody ever wants to join, come hang out. Come bring some questions and knowledge, and just come and hang out with your friends, your dispensary owners, and just chill. 420 Tuesday.
All right, everybody. Y'all know we do this every Monday. Then we have our
Mondays.
opportunity calls Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Yep.
And this Saturday is the Zoomathon starting from 12 to 7 Central Standard Time. We need all and anybody that's willing to give testimonies. We need testimonies. And then Sunday, I can't forget Sunday, our opportunity calls on Sunday as well. And starting in June, we're going to add a little twist to the Sunday. And I'm so sorry, y'all. My background is so loud. I'm so sorry. But that's all I got for y'all. I will see everybody sometime this week.
Yes, indeed.
All right,
Y'all
y'all. Y'all
have a
be
great,
blessed.
blessed day. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Keith.
Bye, G.